So let's look ahead. Why dwell in the past when we can look ahead to the things we'll probably bitch about next year?
Yeah. If my 3 picks disappoint me, I'm going to just sleep
let's
on
start
the
with
ground.
Ahmad's, his 3 picks for the movies that he can't wait to see in 2017. Starting with War for the Planet of the Apes. That is a very good choice, Ahmad. Star Wars Episode 8. Also, very good choice. And then he cheated. He gave me 2, basically. But Alien Covenant, or, he put in or, Wonder Woman. So those are Ahmad's picks for the movies he can't wait to see.
I'm glad we
next
all
year.
cheated. You gave me such crap at the beginning for fudging it. I've only got 3. I want to go now.
All
Okay.
right, you do that.
So I realized after, I went through the list of all the movies coming out, and granted, there are going to be surprises, I'm sure. I wouldn't have known going into 2016. I would have loved La La Land as much as I did. So big picture, big franchises, I realized, damn it, everyone is just going to give me such crap because they're all Disney movies, and I know, but Star Wars episode. Well, no, my number 1. I'm so excited for this movie. It was my favorite Disney animated film, and it has so many people I love in it, and I'm just so excited about it. Is Beauty and the Beast. I got drunk the other night and texted Jim and begged him to let me cover the junket because I know Eric wants to do the review. You heard it here. The last Keeping It Real.
All the inner workings are all coming out.
I'm so excited about Beauty and the Beast. I really want it to be good. I'm going to be so heartbroken if it's not. So that's my number 1. My number 2, which is my favorite movie a few years ago at this point, is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians is far and away my favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It just works for me on every level. It's it's the movie that I revisit most of probably any movie nowadays. Sometimes we just put it on. It just makes me happy, and I have a lot of faith in James Gunn that he's going to make a sequel that really does that series justice.
Right.
And then last but not least, more so than I'm excited for Rogue One, I'm really excited about Star Wars Episode 8.
Yeah.
It makes me happy that we get a Star Wars movie every year. And
Luke Skywalker's back, man.
Yeah, I'm Rogue One, okay, cool. We get to find out about how the Death Star plans were stolen, but now we get to find out what comes next, and I'm just a sucker for that stuff.
Right.
And I want to know more of the mythology and where the series is going, and more importantly, as much as Force Awakens was sort of catching us up on all the changes and was very reminiscent of A New Hope intentionally. I'm excited that movie looked back. This one's looking forward, I hope. And I'm really excited to see new corners of the world. See, now you did. The bell worked. I'm so excited.
Right.
Let's keep the bell.
I'm with Ahmad. I'm also picking War for Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes. Because I love the old movies. The original is just a magnificent film. It holds up. And when they rebooted the series with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it had a lot going against it. You're like, oh God, and then the fact that they were doing motion capture instead of the makeup effects, which that series, was so cutting edge in the first movie at least, and then they got cheap and it looked really awful. But but between Rise of the Planet of the Apes and then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which was even better, with that rare sequel that's superior to the first film, I am all on board with this new franchise. I can't wait for this one. I believe we'll probably get a good look at the movie soon. Matt Reeves is a very talented filmmaker, and I'm really curious to see what they do with Caesar's story here. Does it end his arc, or will there be more stories with Caesar, or how close to the Planet of the Apes future that we know will this rebooted series end up getting? So can't wait to see that one. My next 2 are comic book movies. Because apparently we cover that stuff here. Marvel Studios got a lot of cool stuff coming up next year. And as much as I can't wait to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Thor Ragnarok, I can't wait to see Spider-Man Homecoming, because the footage they showed us at San Diego Comic-Con looked awesome. When I was hilarious.
Trapped in a room waiting for interviews, and
Weren't you waiting for Colin Farrell?
No, I was waiting for Tom Holland.
Well, damn, there you go. You were waiting to meet Spider-Man.
You have seen so much of what we're all dying to see in getting us teased.
Hate me. Yeah. I'm such a D-bag. So Spider-Man Homecoming, what they showed at Comic-Con was, I can't believe it. I'm actually excited for yet another Spider-Man back in school movie. Like, I didn't think after the Amazing Spider-Man movies of going back to the well, but between Tom Holland's Spidey and Civil War, who stole the show, and the footage they showed at Comic-Con and the way that they're kind of doing a Freaks and Geeks John Hughes kind of high school movie, it looks like the absolute right way to go. And also Michael Keaton as Vulture. I'm just curious, after him lampooning comic book movies and a winged character in Birdman, for him to be Vulture, I want to see what's all that about, Or as Ahmad's new catchphrase, what? I can't even do it justice. What? But so that's my second pick, and then my third pick for a movie I cannot wait to see next year is Justice League. Now, as much as I can't wait to see Wonder Woman, Justice League, I think I'm more interested in it precisely because so much is riding on it, and it has so many more challenges, and that to me makes it a more interesting thing to look forward to because will it work? Can they pull it off? I did the set visit for it. Liked what I saw on set. You usually see the best stuff on set, so I'm not letting that fool me into thinking, oh, they don't have anything to worry about.
You have better set visits than I do.
Well, hey, you've been around the world.
No, I mean if they're showing you.
Well,
showing you really awesome
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, yeah. And I'm curious about Ezra Miller's Flash and his dynamic with Batman. I'm curious about all of that. So Justice League, to me, is even more so than Wonder Woman. Justice League is the next year's DC movie that has to work. It has to. It can't blow it.
And there's a joy to seeing your favorite heroes from your childhood coming together.
I was a big Super Friends fan as a kid. Come on.
I mean, I'm with you. I hope it works. We just came off the DC TV crossover, which is just so much fun. I mean, Avengers, it's like a joy, and I hope that just overwhelming sense of satisfaction of seeing all your favorite heroes come to life in that way.
And I am cautiously optimistic about the movie. To me, again, like on your note, Terry, when I was growing up, the best that you could get for seeing, the DC superheroes together in live action was those roasts, Legion of Superheroes or something, and it was just horrible. But you took it because that's what you had, man. Your kids today, you're spoiled with your live action comic book movies.